Thank you everyone for attending today. I'm hoping I can give you some information when you're comparing software. Um, I've been in the business for, I guess, oh gosh, 20 years now plus. Um, Not to show my age or anything, but I'm just going to review. I've done implementations for a number of different softwares, so I'll just review um, details of what you should be looking for when you're comparing the accounting software. Um, uh, these I'm not going to really go into depth on each of the applications, but give you some overview information that you should be looking for when you're looking at the different versions, the different software. So here I'm going to dive into this. So this is kind of what I'll cover today when you're comparing software. What's most common? Most common software is Sage 300, BusinessVision, Sage 50, and Quickbooks. That's seems to be the most popular ones that people are going towards. Data options, the options for the different storage, the database engines that are used, the backups and the storing of your backups, where they go, and reporting options. What's most important to you, the customizations, availability, and reporting tools that are available. Users, how many users that you need the software for? Can you add additional users? Training on users, restricting access, and passwords, and support. Do you have support for your product? How readily is it available? Do you require a support plan, or can you get on-site support if you need it? So I'm just going to give you a screenshot of each of the applications and what they look like. They're similar in their layout. They all basically have the modules that are available and different tools and stuff that are available on the top of the screen. They all have help. You can see they all have their different connections that are available. BusinessVision, this is just the reporting screen, but all your menu across the top of the different modules that are available. Then you can change your screens around a little bit on what icons that you see. And Sage 50, again, down the left-hand side, the applications that are available. You can create widgets and stuff that are on the screen to give you a better overview. And pretty much all the applications give you the same thing. If you're doing a web view or a desktop view, you'll have the options to change those. And in QuickBooks, more generalized and spread out on the screen. And it has menus in different areas, the top menu, side menu, and all across the main screen. So I'm just going to do a quick poll and ask you a question. What do you currently use to maintain your company records? So is Sage 300, ERP, Sage 50, BusinessVision, QuickBooks, or do you have another application that you currently use? I'm just going to go on to the next screen while I'll give you a few minutes to answer those polls. Okay, and then while you're kind of reviewing those, I'll go over the first thing we're going to cover is the data. So storage options. So there's lots of storage options of where you want your data to reside. Basically, do you want to have it on premises, off-site, or do you want a VPN to connect to your data, or do you have both? Some people have the software locally and the data off-site, or vice versa. So it depends. You have to go with what's best fits your company and take into account hardware and installation options and whatnot. Database engines, Microsoft SQL, Sage 300 use Microsoft SQL. Sybase and SQL is used for Sage 50. QuickBooks is mostly flat files. They have their own kind of database engine that they use. And Pervasive and Action Zen is the new database engine that they're using for the BusinessVision. So Sage, a lot of people sometimes prefer the Microsoft SQL because if you're doing integration and stuff to the applications, it's easier to connect with the Microsoft SQL. The others you can still connect to, but they're a little more complicated to do that connection. Backups. So, and backups are also important. I just had a client the other day that they went to use their customer list, and their customer list had disappeared. And you know, they're going like, I have no way of knowing where it is. So when I connected to her, she was able to tell me that she had a backup that ran every day. So I was able to go in and restore the backup from the disk and restore that table that was missing, which was the customer table. And she was back up and running within 5 minutes. So backups are so extremely important. And where the backups are they handy? Do you have to wait to the next day for your IT to restore it? Who completes the backups, whether you do it yourself, whether it's automatic, and where they're stored. So do you have a drive you take away? Is it stored in a cloud? Is it stored on a computer that's local, or is it stored on the same server? So that you also have to be careful of where it is. And restoring, as I mentioned, do you have support for restoring your data? Can you do it yourself? Do you know what to do to restore your data? Have you tested the restore process? Please, if you do your backups, I'm hoping everybody does, please make sure you can restore your backup. So that is extremely important. So I didn't see the poll results there, Sarah.
For the people who responded, 100% are on Sage 300 ERP.
Awesome, okay. That's good. It's a good application. They're all good applications, but preference, everyone likes to, have the one they like the most. Important reports. So reports are obviously important to everybody. Financial reports, inventory reports, aging reports, transaction reports. There's so many that are available. And it's just a matter of what's most important to you. Can you get the reports you need? And does the system have them all available? So your availability, are your reports that you think are most important to you, are they available in the system you're looking at? If not, can you get those reports that you need? And can you customize the reports? If the reports are available, can you put it in the format that you want? Can you change your financial report or change your inventory report to add an extra field? Do you require outside sources to help you modify those forms or reports? It's not just reports, I guess, there's forms as well. You need to be able to put, your logo on a form and other information as well. And report tools. So do you have the tools to modify that report? Are they built into the application? Are they a separate application? And can you access it? So that's important. Now, sorry, one more poll I have. This is the last one I have. What is important to you when using, so as a user or a business owner for reporting? So financial reporting and P&L, inventory reports, production or product information, aging reports, keeping track of your receivables and payables, being able to customize reports to your own preference, or all the above. So I'm going to go on to the next one, users. Okay, so users can be very important as well. We can, so how many users do you need? So when you're looking for a system, you want to make sure that the system you're purchasing or looking at can accommodate the number of users you need to use in the application. Will the application allow the number of users you require? Can you add additional users? If so, what's the cost of adding those users? Can you add them one at a time? Can you add them 5 at a time? Or are you allowed to add any more at all once you've made your purchase? So it's important to know, is there a limit to the number of users you can have in the system as well? Training users is very important as well. The application, you should be able to go through the application and be able to train users, have a process that they can train through. I know in Sage 300 they have the visual process flows. Some of you might not be familiar with that, but the visual process flows for each of the modules allow you just to click on an icon and go to that application. Um, and all the other applications have similar type of easy access as well. And it's important to know what tools are available for your training your users. Restrict access. So when you're setting up your users, it's important that they have access to the information or not have access to the information you want to be private as well. So it's important to be able to set up permissions, whether it's, just for printing, whether it's for accessing. Obviously, you don't want everyone to have access payroll. So you want to be able to know that you can restrict the access to the important data. Passwords. Does it provide a complex password ability? So I know not all systems do. Some systems you can just type one letter and get in there and log in the system. Other ones, you need a minimum of 10 characters. I know in Sage 300, depending on what version you're on, you can set multiple complicated passwords as well. You can have them up to 25 characters if you choose, but I think 20 characters. But it's important to be able to restrict access to other people, not have people guess passwords to get into the system. Support is really important. Even if you're not sure where to go to find something in an application, you want to be able to get access to the information you need. You want to know where to find it, where to set up your user permissions, where to set up your GL, or where to add a GL account if you need to. Do you have support for the application? Do you have someone you can call? Do you have someone, can you go online and access support? Is there a forum or something that you can go to get answers to that information? I know the YouTube and the internet is really great and helpful, but it doesn't always have all the answers that you need either. Is the support readily available to you for all your users? Like even if you're the owner and you're not in all the time and someone else is using the system, do you want their calls or do you want them to be able to have access to somewhere where the help is to get the answers they need for the application? I know all the systems have a help option, whether that's documents that are on your system, documents that are on the internet. If your internet is down, can you get the access to those documents, some support that you need if you don't even have access to the internet? So it's important to know that you have it available. Is there a support plan available? Obviously, when you purchase your software, the first year there's a support plan that's, when you first buy it. There's also ongoing support. How much support do you need? Do you need multiple support calls? Do you need multiple, someone available at any time of the day, 24/7? What is the support plan that you need, and what is available and what's restricted from that support plan? Are they not available 24/7? Are they only available, 9 to 5? It's important to know what's available for that support plan. And on-site support. It is important to be able to have someone to come on site to your location if need be. I know with COVID and everything the last couple of years, it's been everyone has moved to the remote support and we can get access to anyone's system with their permission. But on-site support is sometime needed as well. If your internet goes down, your network goes down, you know, it's hard for us to do that remote access. And it's on-site support is required at some time. So you have to know if that's important for you or if it's available. I know I've kind of gone through these a little bit quickly, but you will choose the application that is best for you and that suits your company, your business, and your personality. Not all the softwares are to everyone's liking, and that's why they offer so many. Everyone has their own option, or so their own opinion towards all the different applications, how easy it is, how complicated they are. Um, Complicated is sometimes an advantage if you don't want people to have access. You know, you only want to know where things are yourself. So complicated can be a good thing. Uh, all I can suggest is to choose wisely and always choose the application that will grow with your business. You don't want to be stuck with just some small one that, then you have to rebuy it again in a year or two once your business grows and you find you've outgrown your software. So just make sure you choose wisely when you're going through all the different options. Yes, all applications are similar. They all have the same information. So you all have a GLARAP, financial reporting, it's all there. But all the applications are different for functioning. I mean, they're similar, obviously, to the way they process transactions. Everything gets to your general ledger. They all follow the same, GAAP procedures and processes. But they are all very different to the way the user uses them. So do your research and make sure you define the company or define what's best for your company. So I think that is it. So questions and answers. If anyone has any questions, just post them. I think I kind of went a little bit under, but
So there
hopefully.
is a question in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if someone is on a system like Sage 50 or BusinessVision, what would be the best first step to starting their journey to transition to something new?
Research. There's lots to look for. But if you have a consultant or someone that you can discuss it with, contact them, um, get some advice, and talk to other people who have used the applications you're looking into. There's got to be users out there that have used multiple applications that are using the one that you're interested in, and just get that information. Know that any application that you're in, if you're moving to another application, there is going to be a conversion process. There is going to be a cost to converting that data to another application as well. So just be aware of what's involved for yourself to move over from one application to another.